Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 90 of Cameron Sports Podcast. It's your host, Cameron Lindsay, back with another episode. Today's episode, I'm going to be giving my 2025 NBA first round predictions. The NBA playoffs start this weekend, so let's get right into it. Starting off with an Eastern Conference matchup between the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Indiana Pacers. Game 1, Saturday, 1 o'clock. So things to know in this matchup, Giannis finished second in the league in NBA in scoring with 30.4 points per game. Brook Lopez finished fourth in the NBA in blocks, 1.9, so he's probably going to be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, possibly. Indiana's Tyrese Halliburton finished third in the NBA in assists with 9.2. The Bucks won the regular season matchup 3-1 against the Pacers. Albeit, I think with Dame being healthy for most of those games, especially Giannis. I think Giannis has had a phenomenal year. He's been healthy pretty much the whole year. But this matchup was hard to predict because at first Dame was out with a blood clot. Something to do with his blood clot. He's like I said, he's been cleared, but he will miss game 1, possibly game 2. You probably won't see Dame till maybe game 3. In Milwaukee, I think we'll probably see Dame around then, but in a series like this, a best of 7, first to 4, that will be crucial. And I think Giannis, I feel like if the Bucks can get at least one game in Indiana, they'll be fine. If they can go back to Milwaukee tied 1-1, that's perfect. I think that most likely could end up happening. But even with Dame being cleared of his blood clot, I'm wondering, like, how really healthy will he be? Will he be 100%? Will he be Dame? I don't know. So, as much as I would love to, because Giannis is one of my favorite players in the NBA, him and AD, I might have to go Pacers in 6. Maybe 7, but I'm going to say at least 6, because I don't know how healthy Dame will be. Like, will he be 100%? I don't know. And this Bucks team did trade Chris Middleton. I know Chris Middleton ain't the same as he used to be. I love Kyle Kuzma, but how he fit with the Bucks in the playoffs versus what he did for my Lakers in the bubble in 2020, I might have to go Pacers in 6 with the upset. I might have to go Pacers in 6. It would not surprise me if the Bucks win this series in 7, but I'm gonna go Pacers in 6 because I just don't know. I think Giannis can at least get them 2 wins, regardless of Dame being healthy. I think he can get them at least 2, but I'm going to go Pacers in 6. I just trust Tyrese Halliburton more. Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner, Nembhard. I just trust them. Obi Toppin, I think they might have the slightly better roster than the Bucks. Just a little bit, but I'm going Pacers in 6. Next up, and that's 1 o'clock. Next up, we got the Clippers and the Nuggets. This could possibly be the best matchup in the first round. This will be this Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Things to know in this matchup, Jokic has had one of the best seasons in his career. He finished third in NBA in scoring with 29.6 points per game. If you want to round it up to 30, that's fine. I don't judge. He also finished second in the NBA in assists with 10.2. He finished third in NBA in rebounds with 12.7. So he has averaged triple-double, becoming the third player to do it with Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook. So he's the third to ever do it, if I believe third or fourth. For the Clippers, Ivica Zubac finished fourth in the NBA in rebounds with 12.7. I mean, not 12.6 rebounds. The Clippers and Nuggets both tied 2 games apiece. They played each other 4 times in the regular season, both winning 2 games. I ain't gonna lie, like I said, Clippers been playing some very great ball. James Harden has looked very, very good. Kawhi has looked healthy, finally. But this Nuggets team, I'm worried about. They fired their coach, Mike Malone, which I was at work. When I looked at it, I'm like, what? I saw they fired a GM, but I didn't know they fired Mike Malone. And he just won a title 2 years ago. That shows you NBA teams they don't care about the past, even if it was 2 years ago. And according to Brian Windhorst, Brian Windhorst, he said I saw NBA Today a couple days ago. He said, well, the Nuggets fired Mike Malone. If he didn't win that title 2 years ago, they would have fired him then. So I just think when teams fire a coach like that, who won a title or the top 40 NBA, it's something going on behind closed doors. It's been reported that him and the GM were not seeing eye to eye, not even speaking, butting heads. So the ownership just didn't want to pick sides, so they just cleaned house. I wouldn't have done that, especially with a coach that just won me a title 2 years ago. They're just me. But the Nuggets are still no pushover. They got Jokic, who probably might win his 4th MVP, even though my vote will go to Shea. You still got Jamal Murray, who's phenomenal in the playoffs. It's just the rest of their roster I don't really trust. How will Aaron Gordon do? How will he step up? Will Michael Porter Jr. step up? Their bench, I know they got Christian Brown, but they don't have KCP no more. They don't have Bruce Brown no more. There's a lot of their bench I just don't trust. And I think the Clippers could end up getting the Nuggets. I'm gonna say Clippers in 6. It would not surprise me if this series goes 7. I'm gonna say Clippers in 6. I think they can get Denver. But Jokic is gonna be the key. He's probably gonna have to average a triple-double for sure for them to win this matchup, which he can do. It's really about the other role players and Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown, Russell Westbrook even. It's about all of them stepping up if they want to get the win over the Clippers. But I'm going Clippers in 6. Next up, we got the Detroit Pistons taking on the New York Knicks. Saturday, 6 o'clock. Things to know in this matchup, Karl Anthony Towns averaged 12.8 rebounds during the regular season, which was second in the NBA. He won his best rebounding season. Cade Cunningham finished 4th in the NBA with an assist with 9.1. The Knicks won the regular season matchup 2-1 in the 3 games they met. Now, I'm watching First Take, and they saying the Pistons could upset the Knicks, and possibly, but I just think the Knicks got the better roster with Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Mitchell Robinson. I just think they got the better. Now, the way the Pistons could upset the Knicks if Tom Thibodeau keeps overplaying his starters too much, giving them so many minutes. Let them rest. If you got a good, decent team, you don't have to play them 47 out of the 48 minutes in the game. Let them rest. If he does that, I can see the Pistons upsetting the Knicks. But I just think the Pistons are too young. Like I said, they ain't been to the playoffs since 2019. But I think they got a phenomenal future. I was watching NBA Today. I think Udonis Haslem said he think the best player in this series will be Cade Cunningham. Possibly, because Cade has had one of his best seasons scoring. I think he averaged about 25, 26 points per game. Like I said, he averaged 9.1 assists. So each year, Cade's been in the league since 2019, 2020. His scoring has gone up. His assists have gone up. His rebounds has gone up. And I think possibly I ain't gonna lie, he's not completely wrong. But I'm not gonna disrespect Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is a dog. So it's gonna be a battle between them two. And the common denominator is gonna be Cat. Cat has to dominate. I don't see who on the Pistons can really guard Cat. Isaiah Stewart, I don't know. He don't even seem like he want to play basketball. He seems like he want to fight instead of play basketball. So it's going to be a battle between Jalen Brunson and Cade Cunningham. I know, like I said, I think I was watching another podcast, Pick a Side, and they had a segment called Who Would You Rather Have, Cade Cunningham or Jalen Brunson? And one of them said Cade and Brunson are just about the same, but the only difference is Cade is 6'8" and Jalen is like 6'1", 6'2". And I will say Cade's ceiling is probably a little bit higher than Jalen because he is taller. He's a big point guard. Cade's a big point guard, 6'8", great size, and Jalen is about 6'2". So, but he's a phenomenal player. But I think I'll have to go slightly. Jalen Brunson probably gonna be the better player in this series, just slightly. But it would not surprise me if Cade's a better player. But I'm going Knicks in 5. I think Detroit will get at least one game over the Knicks. I just don't think they're gonna upset them. I think the Knicks are a better team than the Pistons. Next up, Saturday, 8:30 p.m. The Minnesota Timberwolves taking on my Los Angeles Lakers. Some things to know in this series. Ant has finished fourth in the NBA in scoring with 27.6 points per game. The Wolves did win the regular season matchup against my Lakers. I think 2-1, or it was 2-2, something like that. But regardless of that, I don't care if it's Ant-Man, Superman, Joanna Man, or Batman. Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5. I don't care. Like I said, Ant-Man, Jumpman, Superman, Joanna Man. Lakers in 5. So, I just think, don't get me wrong, this could be a good series. It could go 6. Because don't get me wrong, my Lakers are, even though as a Laker fan, I'm not biased. I'm not delusional. We're not a really great defensive team, especially without AD. But lately, we still been playing pretty solid defense. We got length. We got Jared Vanderbilt. He's 6'9", great length. We got Rui Hachimura, 6'8". We got Dorian Finney-Smith, who's 6'7", 6'8". LeBron, he may not be as much used to, but he still plays some defense. He's 6'9". The only person, and we got Jackson Hayes, who's been doing a phenomenal job rebounding, playing some good, decent defense, blocking some shots. He's 6'11", 7 feet. Now, the only person I'm really worried about is Luka, because he can't guard a park card. I've known that since he was in Dallas. And I try to tell people I love Luka offensively, but if I had to take him or AD, it'll be AD, because AD's a two-way player. Luka can't guard a park card. And the only way we could dominate this matchup, dominate the Timberwolves in 5, if Luka beats Luka in the playoffs. He has to be the best player. He has to average at least 30 points per game. Braun gonna be Braun. Austin Reeves gonna be Austin Reeves. Even Austin Reeves plays defense. He's 6'4", 6'5". He plays defense. He's not an elite defender, but he will play some defense. I need Luka to try. You gotta have to at least play defense, Luka. And I believe in this Lakers team. I believe we can make it to the Western Conference Finals. If we win this matchup, we'll probably play the Warriors or the Rockets. But like I said, the team to beat in the West looks like Oklahoma City. But I got my Lakers in 5. Like I said, I do not care. Lakers in 5. I mean, I do care, but Lakers in 5. I have my reasons. I'm not really scared of Rudy Gobert. I don't fear him as a rim protector. I don't fear him offensively. The only players I'm really worried about is Anthony Edwards, Julius Randle. That's about it. Other than that, I don't. Now, Rudy Gobert's rebounding, possibly, but hopefully I think they'll be able to figure that out as the series gets started. Next up, we got the Orlando Magic taking on the Boston Celtics. This will be Sunday, 3:30 p.m. So things to know in this series: Jason Tatum averaged 26.8 points per game, which is 5th in the NBA. Franz Wagner averaged 24.2 points per game. Paolo Banchero averaged 25.9 points per game. You know, both of them missed a good amount of games, especially Paolo. I think he missed 30, 40 games during the year because he got hurt. He was having a phenomenal year. He probably would have made All-NBA if he didn't get hurt early in the year. Jaylen Brown averaged 22.2 points per game. I'm going Celtics in 5. And I was watching shows like Speak, First Take, and they was asking, do they think the Orlando Magic have a chance to upset the Celtics? I'm like, hell no. To be honest, no. Excuse me, no, they don't. I think they can get one off of Boston because Boston's pretty much known. They don't really completely sweep. They like gentlemen sweep teams. Like last year, even when they won the title, it's kind of like mostly gentlemen sweeps. I think the Magic can get one game off of Boston. Especially, you know, the size and the skill of Franz Wagner, 6'10", Paolo Banchero, 6'10", the length the Orlando Magic have. I think they can get at least one game off of Boston. Other than that, I just don't think. Boston's just too good. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, arguably the best duo in the NBA. You got All-NBA defender and Derek White, Drew Holiday, All-NBA defender. You got Porzingis, Al Horford. You got the 6th man of the year. I forgot his name, y'all. I know his name. I know his name. I don't remember it. But even though the Magic did win the regular season matchup 2-1, Peyton Pritchard, that's one thing though. Peyton Pritchard, 6th man of the year, one of the best 3-point shooters in the league this past season. They got him, so yeah. I'm going Celtics in 5 to win that series. Another matchup Sunday, 9:30 p.m. We got the Warriors versus the Rockets. This is going to be very interesting. Some things to know in this series. Steph averaged 24.5 points per game during the regular season. Jalen Green averaged 21 points per game. The Warriors won the regular season matchup 3-2. Now, I know some people like Kendrick Perkins and them don't really like this matchup for the Warriors because they think the Rockets are younger. They think the Rockets are a better team. Yes, during the regular season, I think they are. But look what happened to Oklahoma City last year. They were the #1 seed and got beat handedly by Dallas last year. I just think with the Rockets being young, Jalen Green, the only who else? Amin Thompson and them boys. Our friend Şengün, I love Şengün. I love his game. They got a lot of great players on their roster. I know they got Dylan Brooks. He got some playoff experience. You got Steven Adams. You got Fred VanVleet. So they got a very good young roster mixed with some veterans. But I just trust Steph. I trust Jimmy, playoff Jimmy. I trust Draymond. I trust Steve Kerr more than I do the Rockets. Ime Udoka, the head coach for the Houston Rockets, is a phenomenal head coach. Very great defensive-minded coach. So I think they will push the Warriors, but I'm going to go Warriors in 6. Like I said, Steph is easily the best player in this series. It's not even close. The second best player, I think, you could argue Jimmy Butler. Especially in playoffs, playoff Jimmy. The past few games, he's averaged 30. I know they lost the last game of the season against the Clippers. That game could have went either way. I was watching that. He had 30 in that game. And the play-in game against Memphis, he had 30. I know Ja got hurt and they barely won, but they still won. So, I feel like Jimmy Butler's already in playoff mode. And when he's in playoff mode, you better watch out, especially whatever team he's on. He led the Heat to 2 NBA Finals appearances just about handily by himself. So I'm going Warriors in 6. Like I said, the Rockets are just too young. Their time will come soon. Like I said, they got Jalen Green, Amin Thompson, Alfred Şengün. So they got a very talented roster, and their time will come. Next up, we got the Miami Heat taking on Cleveland Cavaliers. The Heat beating the Hawks to finally get into the NBA playoffs. But I'm not going to waste too much time on this. I'm going Cavs in 4. This would be a complete sweep. I don't think this would be close, especially without Jimmy Butler. The Heat have been terrible for the majority of the year. Ever since they traded Jimmy, they should have paid that man. I just don't see how the Heat even get one game against Cleveland, especially with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, who's a possible defensive player of the year. You got Jared Allen, DeAndre Hunter. I just don't see how the Heat even get one game. I'm going Cavs in 4. Next up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies, and that'll be Sunday, 7 p.m. Next up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Not like I said, I'm not going to waste too much time on this. I'm going to say Thunder in 5. I think Memphis could get one game. That's only because they got Ja. Ja, like I said, I know he ain't having the best year, but I think they can get one game. Ja, you got Jared Jackson, a former defensive player of the year. You got, I don't know why I keep forgetting. I know him and Jared Jackson. I know they did. I know that's another team that just fired their coach, but they fired him a little bit, close to the end of the season, but a little bit before Denver did. But I just don't think this series will be close either. I think Shea, the MVP, in my opinion, is going to dominate. They have nobody that can stop Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams, Chet Holmgren, Isaiah Hartenstein. I love him. So I just think this Oklahoma City team, with them and the Cavs are one of the 2 best defensive teams in the NBA. But I just don't think it's going to be close. I'm going Thunder in 5. But yeah, those are my predictions for the NBA first round of the 2025 playoffs. Start this Saturday, all the way until I think Sunday, Monday. But game ones matchups. not the whole first round. But yeah, those are my predictions. Like I said, I got the Pacers in 6 over the Bucks. I got Clippers in 6 over the Nuggets. I got Knicks in 5 over the Pistons. I got my Lakers in 5 over Minnesota. Boston in 5 against the Magic. I got the Warriors in 6 over the Rockets. Cavs sweeping the Heat. And Thunder with a gymnast sweep over the Grizzlies. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you all got for these first round matchups of the NBA 2025 playoffs. I have made my predictions. I hope to hear yours, whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Like I said, I love to debate. And like I said, I come prepared. You see, as I do with my notes, I'm very knowledgeable. And like I said, that's the reason why I started this podcast a couple years ago. And the reason why my goal is to be a professional sports journalist. But I'll catch y'all next time for another episode of Cameron Sports Podcast. Be tuned to follow me on all my social medias. Again, like I said, Cameron Sports Podcast. We're on Facebook now, Twitter, X. Make sure to follow me on both of those. And yeah, I'll catch y'all next time. Please enjoy WrestleMania weekend. Enjoy the NHL playoffs. Enjoy the NBA playoffs. I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all take care.